morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you happen to listen or watch this. Things that I've learned this past week. This past week, ooh, it was weekend. Last week was weekend. I want to share my lessons with y'all this morning. Journey to wholeness in a circle. Excuse me, journey to wholeness. Period. Matter of fact, I don't even know what I'm gonna put this on, but just scratch all that. It is what it is. All right, these are my lessons. Number one, stop making life so hard. Sometimes we make our lives so hard. And you know how we make them hard? We don't ask for help. Quicker, sooner, faster. We sit there and suffer. We sit there and struggle. We sit there and do nothing sometimes. We're just stuck. It's because it can be hard for people to ask for help based on things that happen in your childhood. Maybe something happened and you asked for help and somebody told you, sit down somewhere, be quiet, stop asking all these questions. It's little subtle things like that we don't even take into account as adults. Right? Maybe somebody told you to go sit down and shut up. And now you won't ask for help. You won't speak up or anything because of that thing that somebody said to you and what you made it mean. And how you operate from that belief as if it was the all be all, right? Okay, moving right along. So number 2, I'm gonna say it again. Ask for help sooner, quicker, faster. I'm talking to myself as well because sometimes I will sit there and I'll try this thing over and over again. I'll try to figure it out. I'll just procrastinate. I'll get into the procrastination. I'll get into the perfectionism, and I'll just get stuck trying to do something I know I just don't have the capacity to do. Instead of asking for help, quicker, sooner, faster. How many of us do that? Guilty. Number 3, talk to a therapist about your past in order to create a better future. A lot of people are stuck and they're operating from hurt, they're operating from pain, and it's so evident. And I guess because of the trainings that I've been through in school and everything, these are things that I have learned and I'm learning. And so when I see and I see people struggle and suffer, I listen. I listen to what they're saying. I listen to what they're not saying, and I watch their body language. A lot of people are operating based on past pain, past hurt, and they're trying to. I'm not talking to you. And that's my Google. I'm not talking to her. And they're trying to show up in relationships, show up in work, show up in business, operating from this mindset, these beliefs, this hurt, this pain, and it's hard for them. It's hard for them, and it comes out. It just comes out. The stuff just comes because what's in you is gonna come out of you. So when pressure is applied, listen to what comes out. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say right there because I can say so much. When pressure is applied, listen to what comes out. Listen to what comes up. Because what comes up is something that's buried deep down in there. All right, number 4, be open to receiving feedback in order to improve. Be open to receive feedback in order to improve and to grow. Sometimes when you are like I said, when you got them bags from the past, and you got that old hurt and that old pain and that unprocessed pain, those unprocessed feelings. When some people receive feedback, it can feel like somebody is what's the word I'm looking for? Assaulting them. It can feel like somebody is just cussing you out. Somebody saying the worst thing ever to you because that's just where you are mentally, right? There are things that happened in the past, and now it's like everybody out to get me. I'm about to lose my job. They out to get me. They talking about me. They don't want me to do. They don't want me to be successful. They don't want me. No. That may not be the case. Now it may be the case in some cases, but a lot of times that ain't the case. Feedback is for you to grow and to learn and improve. And if you can't receive feedback, you're never gonna get better. You won't. Number 5, learn to separate your personal problems from your work problems. Leave home at home, leave work at work. And it sounds so simple, but for some people it's hard to do. Like I don't want to be, at a, having dinner or having lunch or whatever, having a conversation with somebody when I'm not at work talking about work. Like, come on, leave work at work and leave your problems from home at home. You got to separate those two. Because if you bring in that stuff to work, every day is going to be a hard day, a hard, long day. Because you at work thinking about, oh, well, this not working, that's not working. And then you get that feedback and it's like, oh, here's somebody else is against me. Somebody else trying to cut my throat. Somebody else stabbed me in my back. I'm trying to tell you, I've experienced, when I say I've seen this. I have seen this. I've seen so much. And this list that I have, there's so much more I could add to it. But these are my top lessons that I learned last week. And it's just from things that I've seen and things that I have experienced. Because a lot of times things that stand out that we see in other people are actually things within ourselves that we can't see. So God places people in our lives to show us things about ourselves. And sometimes we're so annoyed with other people. If you're really annoyed with a person, check in with yourself, because it's something about it's a reflection of something that's going on within you that you may not be aware of. Okay? So these things that I noticed in other people, it wasn't just them. It was me. It was me. So I'm like, okay, so where in my life am I making my life so hard? Not asking for help sooner, quicker, faster. So what do I need to do? I need to ask for help sooner, quicker, faster. And somebody said this, that was the feedback that was given to me. If you do something and you try it a couple times, give it a couple days, and if you can't resolve it, then ask for help. I don't do that. I'll sit there and struggle. I'll be on the struggle bus for months. So when I say this, I'm saying this from personal experience, okay? And then being open to receiving that feedback and learning to separate your personal problems from your work problems. Because when you mix those two up, it just makes your life harder than what it has to be. And then, like, lesson number 1, stop making your life so hard. How are you making your life hard? Because a lot of times the things that we're saying other people are doing are things that we're actually contributing to making our life hard. Life ain't hard. We're making it hard. We are making it hard. It was another lesson. Let me see if I can find it. I like to put my lessons in this little book right here, because I don't know what I did with it. I'm trying to think the point I was trying to make. Basically, what I wanted to say. Yeah, stop trying to eat life whole. Stop trying to eat life whole. You can't eat it. You can't eat a cake whole. You have to cut it into slices, right? Sometimes we're overwhelming. We're making life hard by trying to take life in one big bite. And it's like life is like a bunch of mini bite-sized pieces, right? Don't choke yourself, because a lot of times we're choking ourselves, trying to bite on, take on more than we can, more than we have the capacity for. So yeah, I did all that to come up with that, but yeah, that's the gist of it. So anyway, these are my lessons. I hope these lessons can help you, and they don't turn into be your lessons. Okay, so that's all I have. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing month, the month of July. Okay, we're here. These months are going by. So what you do from this point on to the end of this year, will be a reflection of what you see in 2025. So make it count. Have an amazing day, y'all. Bye.